So welcome to our Ranch Place Market Update. I'm Ron Wilstein, a broker at Keller Williams Luxury Property here in Park City, Utah.
And I'm Doug Olmsted, the seller's property consultant for the Wilstein team. And again, welcome to our June 2015 Ranch Place Market Update.
So let's take a look at what's been happening in Park City, and then we'll focus in on the Ranch Place neighborhood. Just by way of an overview, in Park City, over the past 12 months, we've seen 1,402 sales. Now this consists of homes, condominiums, and vacant land. This is all real estate brokerages combined, and that's actually up 1% or 18 sales over this 12-month period the year before.
So if we look at our year-to-year comparison of closed sales, May 2014 to April 2015, in homes you can see we're down 2% from 551 sales to 539 sales. Condos, however, were up 6%. From 621 sales to 660 sales, and lots down 4% from 212 sales to 203 sales. We'll talk more a little bit about lots, really due more to a lack of inventory is what's driving that down.
That's right. Now let's break it down a little bit more specifically by homes, condominiums, and lots, and let's look at prices because everyone's always interested in property values. This graph before you here focuses in on the home medium sold prices. This is the period of time from April 2014 through, or rather May 2014 to April 2015. That's depicted by the red bar, and the gold bar is the 12-month period the year before. We've broken it off geographically into those properties in Park City and those in the county area of Park City, otherwise known as the Snyderville Basin. Sale prices are actually up by 2%, climbing from $1,300,000 to $1,320,000 for this past year. Snyderville Basin, we see a much larger increase, 11% appreciation from a median price of $720,000 all the way up to just under $800,000, $797,000.
And if we look at condominiums in Park City limits, 13% gain from $478,000 median sale price to $540,000, and out in Snyderville Basin up 12%, another nice gain, up $335,000 to $375,000.
So it's nice to see that appreciation among our condominiums here. This graph here takes a look at vacant land, and we're looking at lots, medium sold prices, same time period we referenced before. Within the city limits is actually down by 20% from $689,000 to $550,000. But do keep in mind that there were very few lot sales within the city limits, and so the sampling is very small, and if it isn't precisely the same neighborhoods, then this data can be a bit misleading. So while statistically the data is correct at 20% drop in median price, it's driven more because geographically the lots this past year were in a lower price area than the year before. When we shift over to the Snyderville Basin, you have that to some extent. The decrease is about 6%, medium sold price dropping from $307,500 to $290,000. Now this graph before you here is, we've decided to include it in today's presentation because what it does, it breaks down the amount of cash sales relative to finance sales, and we're going back all the way to the year 2007, and you'll notice there that 26% of all sales were all cash. Basically, 1 in 4 transactions were all cash. The other 3 out of the 4 were financed. But then you see it increasing. In 2008, it goes up to 35%, then to 45%, then to 50% by 2010, and then in between 2010 and 2014, that 10-year period, pretty much is bouncing between 47% and 50%. Roughly 1 out of every 2 transactions is all cash. So there's a lot of cash in people's pockets. Now when we look at the first quarter of 2015, you can see that we're hitting an all-time new high at 56%. So that money in their pockets, people are letting go of it and buying Park City real estate with it.
So our Ranch Place real estate market update. Home sales in Ranch Place were down 25% over last year's number of sales. As you can see by the graph here, down 25% from 16 sales from May 2014 to 12 sales as of April 30th, 2015.
Okay, so a bit of a reduction, again, driven more by inventory. I think if there had been more homes for sale in Ranch Place, we would have seen an equal number of transactions, if not more. Ranch Place has been selling at a pace of about one sale every 30 days. Now, the way we arrive at that is we simply take 365 days divided by the number of transactions over the last 12 months, and that gives us our rate of sale. We call it the absorption rate. From that, what we like to do is we like to look at the current inventory of properties for sale and determine how long it would take for those properties to sell, assuming that no new properties come on the market. Now, currently, there's one home on the market in Ranch Place, which equates to a 1-month inventory. Now, to put that into a context, the National Association of Realtors reports that across the country, and again, this is larger cities, mainline population basis, that an even marketplace, even number of homes for sale versus buyers purchasing them, is about a 6-month inventory. In resort towns like Park City and other similar types of communities, usually a 9-month inventory represents a balanced market, mainly because they tend to be seasonal resorts. Well, our inventory is one per month, and we only have one on the market, and so if you have a Ranch Place property that you're considering selling, you price it in a reasonable place, you ought to sell it pretty quickly.
Very quickly, yeah.
This gives you the ranges of selling prices. They range from a low of $721,500 all the way up to $2,300,000. That's a big spread. The medium sold price is $855,000, and that's actually up 17% from the previous year, where we saw the median price was $732,500. Now up 17% to $855,000. So inventory is down, prices are up. That's what's happening in Ranch Place. Now, if you're interested in receiving a printout of the information that we've presented, in other words, we've given you an overview, but if you want to know the specific details on which homes, what were their characteristics, we're happy to send that to you. Send me an email at ron@thewilsteinteam.com or
Doug@thewilsteinteam.com,
and we'll get you that information, and shoot that to us and you'll get it within a day or so. I do want to take a moment here before we wrap up our webinar just to let you know how you can get information on the Ranch Place market whenever you wish. We tend to do these webinars approximately every 6 months, sometimes more frequently if there's enough changes in the marketplace. But you can get the information anytime you want, even if we haven't revised our webinar. If you'll bookmark on your computer BuyParkCityRealEstate.com/Ranch Place, all lowercase, or you can do the WilsteinTeam.com/Ranch Place. It will take you to our website and you can get that information. Let me just show it to you very quickly. Here we are at our website, BuyParkCityRealEstate.com. This is the home page, the landing page. All you have to do is go up to the browser window and type in the name of the website, BuyParkCityRealEstate.com/Ranch Place. And if you do that, that's going to take you to this page. Now, this is a page specifically devoted to Ranch Place on our website. And what you have here is you have some good information available at your fingertips. A little bit of a description of Ranch Place. You can watch the most up-to-date webinar on Ranch Place, which of course you're doing right now. Or you can ask for information on current sales data. Now, I'll come back to that button, but let me just scroll down real quickly. If you go a little lower, I mentioned earlier that there is one property on the market in Ranch Place currently. There it is. If there were 3, you'd see all 3 there. And you could click on the property. It takes you to more details on it, from the bedrooms and the bathrooms, square footage, the price, and then you'll notice that the pictures will just begin to scroll through and you'll start seeing what the inside looks like, what's around it. It's very helpful information. You can scroll down a little lower, get even more details, and if you want to arrange a showing or have some other questions, you can simply complete the form there. Going back to the top here, and I'm going back to ViewParkCityRealEstate.com/Ranch Place update. What you can do here is, if you click on this reddish purple button, and it definitely goes purple once you click on it. It says send me current sales data. You simply fill out the blanks, put in your address, or if it's a condo property, put the name of the condo, number of bedrooms, bathrooms, a brief description, and then complete your first name, last name, your email address. If you want to receive our newsletter, include your mailing address. If you want us to give us a call, obviously include your phone number. And any particular questions you may have, include them under the comment box. And then at the bottom of the page is the green button, Submit Form. That will come to Doug and myself. We'll get back to you right away with the current sales data on sold properties within your neighborhood. And by the way, we won't be calling you unless you specifically ask for a call. That's not what we do. We like to provide you with information on demand whenever you want it, but we don't want to bug you. So if you want to hear from us, we're here. Just let us know and we'll give you a call. Otherwise, we won't bug you. So with that in mind, let's just share a couple details as we wrap up. Starting with, of course, the resort opening dates. Closed for the snow season. It's now melted. It's now, the leaves are turning green, having lots of fun. Doug, why don't you share about what goes on at the resorts and the opening dates?
All right, so Park City Mountain Resort will be opening May 22nd. As you know, lots of fun to be had there with the Alpine Coaster, zip line, lift serve, mountain biking and hiking. Lots going on. Canyons, May 29th. A lot of the same activities. And Deer Valley, June 19th. Deer Valley actually just released also their summer lineup for their concert series. A lot of great summer concerts going on at Deer Valley.
Yeah, if you haven't enjoyed Park City during the summer because maybe skiing is what brought you up here each year, you got to check it out. It's really, it's why most people have chosen to make this their home. Those of you who like mountain biking, all three resorts offer it. You can get up to the top of the mountain, terrific views, enjoy yourself. Those of you who are die-hard mountain bikers, you can ride up. Those of you who would rather just ride a chairlift, you can do that. Attach your bike to the lift, they'll take you to the top, and there's enough bounces and turns that you'll get a good workout just going down.
You do, you really do.
And then, of course, if you're a die-hard, you make your way over to Canyons Mountain Bike Terrain Park, and you got everything there. You got bumps and weaves and turns and flying through the air and all sorts of obscene things that you wouldn't think of doing. But if you're into that adventure, do check that out. So our summer activities are really terrific, particularly with mountain biking. So tune up the bikes, get out your water sport toys, head over to the Jordanelle Reservoir, just 8 minutes away, and enjoy Park City during the summer.
Deer Valley's purchase of Solitude Mountain Resort is actually now official.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah, they've taken over, and they officially closed on the purchase of Solitude on April the 30th, rather, 2015. And Kim Mayhew, who's been with Deer Valley for over 30 years, will be the new general manager at Solitude.
Now they're doing a number of different improvements to the resort. It includes removing the Summit double chairlift and installing a new detachable high-speed quad for this upcoming 2015-2016 ski season. So just in Deer Valley's usual manner, they want to get you up on that mountain as comfortably as possible and as fast as possible. So it's nice to see a detachable high-speed quad there.
Definitely.
A new ski run will be cut from the top of the mountain. The existing Apex Express chair, if you're familiar with that, going to the bottom terminal of the newly realigned Summit Express chair. Deer Valley also made that adjustment in an effort to reduce crowd and low bottlenecks. And again, Deer Valley, as the new owner, wants your experience to be top-notch in every way.
And also Deer Valley also intended to remodel the Moonbeam Lodge restaurant and increase the guest services presence throughout the resort, along with new uniforms for the Solitude staff. So we're excited to see what those new uniforms will look like.
That's right. I doubt whether it's going to be that Deer Valley green,
Probably
but,
not, yeah.
but I'm sure it'll look nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Well, no webinar would be complete without telling you what's going on with Vail Resorts. Last year we reported a lot to you about their dispute with the Park City Mountain Resort and eventually acquiring the resort. Well, they've done it again. They bought another resort. This time it's not in the United States. It's over in Australia, and it's Perisher. You may or may not be familiar with it, but it is now part of the Vail family of ski resorts. So this is their first purchase of an international mountain. They do have a presence outside the U.S., but it wasn't from acquiring. So this is a big step from there for them. Perisher is in Australia, as I mentioned before. It was purchased for $136 million, and just to give you a context, they bought Park City Mountain Resort last year for $182.5 million. So they just seem to have a lot of money.
Throwing it around, yeah.
Why not? They're expected to close later this year on this resort, but it now brings more options to you. You can certainly ski or ride your snowboard year-round. You'll never get tired of a run that Vail makes available to you. And the beauty of this whole thing is, many of you are familiar with Vail's Locos Epic Pass. This is the pass that allows you for one fee to ski Park City Mountain Resort, Canyons Resort, other Vail operated resorts in Colorado and California and around the world. Well, now they've added Perisher. So that same pass will give you unlimited skiing access year-round. That's insane.
That's insane.
So all you have to do is buy that airplane ticket. That might cost you a couple bucks.
Get there.
But your skiing is going to be free and your riding is going to be free. So that's pretty crazy. But that's what happens when one company keeps adding to their collection, and that's what Vail has done, and we're certainly the beneficiaries of it, being in Park City. Well, as we wrap up here now, we want to let you know that you can learn what your ranch, place, home, or lot is worth in today's market. It's really easy. Simply go to our website, BuyParkCity.com. Scroll down on that homepage to the Learn What Your Property is Worth section and complete that form, or just shoot myself or Doug an email. We'll do that. Again, let me just demonstrate that. So you go to BuyParkCityRealEstate.com. Here's our homepage. On this page, you'll go down a little bit past Start Your Park City Search. If you want to look for properties, that's where you go. There's some of our listed properties plus webinars. Then you get to this section, Learn What Your Property is Worth. Sort of like that last form I mentioned to you. Complete some basic questions, add your name and your email address and any other contact information you wish to give, and come down to the bottom here, check any of these boxes that may be applicable, and submit the form. So roughly in less than a minute, probably 30 seconds, you can request that information. We will then get it. We will contact you, arrange a time to come by and visit your property, and then of course provide you with current market data so that you'll know what your property is worth in today's market. And you don't need to be feeling, gee, I think I'm selling, but I'm not really sure I'm going to sell. If you're just curious, we'll come out and provide you with that information. So we're here to give you information and to assist you when it's the right time. Further news about Ranch Place, you can always go to the Ranch Place Homeowners Association website. If you haven't been there lately, the address is ranchplacehoa.org. Page will look very much like this, and has information about financially the budget for the current year, the cash assets. If you're curious about the protective covenants, CC&Rs, that's there. Anyway, good information. If you haven't visited there, that's where you get the most current data on Ranch Place from the Ranch Place Homeowners Association. Got any questions? Got to email us. Ron at thewilsteinteam.com.
Doug at thewilsteinteam.com.
If you want to call, we're glad to call you back. Give us your phone number, preferred time, and we'll reach out to you. Add this to your schedule as we wrap up, and that is the Park City Market Talk webinar is our monthly webinar. We covered things very much like what we covered here, although this webinar focused obviously on Ranch Place. We'll cover more generic topics, a little more detail, but as key events happen in the Park City area or regarding our resorts, we talk about that, and we update that every single month by the 15th day of the month. So it's always good current information. It takes you 15-20 minutes to watch, but you'll always be in the know on what's happening in Park City. So with that in mind, I want to thank you for watching our webinar.
Have a great day.
And enjoy summer in Park City.